Welcome back, Troglodytes, to your daily dose of guitar information, the Trogly's Guitar Show. I've got a good one for you guys. Just like I leaked the Slash Victoria Les Paul way before it ever even came out, I think I found another new 2021 model Gibson that we don't know about yet. Now keep in mind, this is all conspiracy theory at this point in time, but I nearly have 100% evidence that this will happen. Okay, so as I'm always doing, I'm on Reverb every single day, looking at every single new Gibson listing that comes up. It's just the brand that I like the best, I know the market for, and I came across this very strange listing by Chuck Levins in Washington Music Center. Let me walk through my thought process on this. I saw this photo and it's like, okay, who still has a brand new 2015 Gibson Les Paul Gold Top Deluxe? I mean, how do I know that's even what this thing is? Well, you have the very iconic Les Paul 100 silkscreen on the top. You can see it's got that really wide nut. And this is just how they spec'd the Deluxe for that year. They had like this boost system, I think, within it. And just to double check my work, I looked it up on the Legacy, and yeah, sure enough, Les Paul Deluxe 2015. It's got all the exact same specs that we saw on there. Honestly, it's the exact same photo, just rotated. But then, in reading the title, Gibson Les Paul Deluxe 70s electric guitar gold top caught me really off guard because that is very modern sounding. For example, we go to Gibson's website right now and we check out the original collection. It's Les Paul Standard 50s P90, Les Paul Standard 60s, 70s Flying V. That's not something that they really did back in the day. Because this one, 2015, remember, is just called Les Paul Deluxe 2015. Now, they did just happen to mention a 70s icon in the 21st century in like the leading headline here, but it was not within the actual name itself. And again, remember, this was listed brand new, $24.99, and they have 10 plus in stock. Something doesn't seem right for having that many 2015s. I know they weren't big sellers, but 6 years later, they still have that many? I doubt it, especially if they only have stock photos. So hear me out, guys. I think we are going to see the Gibson Les Paul Deluxe 70s hit the market sometime in 2021. I am viewing this as a leaked listing, because things just don't add up right here. And the entire description on this guy, it's all for 2015 specs. Gibson's made some questionable decisions in the past, but I don't think they're crazy enough to bring back 2015 specs. So what I did, I messaged Chuck Levins, because sometimes shops have like automatic listing systems and things will erroneously get listed even though it's like super old and shouldn't be here. And I told him these are all 2015 specs and you have 10 plus available. And they were nice enough to reach out. And they said, you know, thanks for your message. This is actually a pre-order listing of the Les Paul Deluxe 70s guitars that are being brought back in updated spec for 2021. Okay, so that's pretty much an official leak right there. And he also told me that Gibson is expecting these to ship in March. So this is an actual Gibson retailer here telling us this information. So that's why I say we're like 90% of the way. Because it pretty much has to happen now. And mysteriously, this listing has since been ended. So yes, very soon within the original collection, we'll have the Les Paul Deluxe 70s. And I think that is really exciting because Gibson has not done a proper reissue of a Deluxe as a standard line model in a long time. I mean, we've had like the Deluxe Player Plus, that's probably the most recent that would have like some sort of a mini humbucker in it. There was also a limited run done in 2018, despite all these listings saying 2019, in Japan, where they pretty much did a reissue of a 70s Les Paul Deluxe here. So outside of limited runs, I'm not aware of any like core baseline model Deluxe that's been done in quite some time. So that's why I'm pretty pumped up to see these things come back. But unfortunately, this leak does not have the right information. So now we get to talk about what kind of specs do we think we're gonna do? Because saying it's a 70s Deluxe, there's very different specs between early 70s Deluxe and late 70s Deluxe. I am really really hoping that they actually go for the late 70s and give these things maple necks, because that's going to make them significantly more different than everything else that they have. Because right now within the Les Paul lineup, you've got the 50s and 60s standards in 3 basic finishes on each, and then you also have a P90 variety of a 50s standard. So essentially, if they do go for the mahogany neck, what they're doing is they're essentially making a Les Paul standard 60s P90, but giving it mini humbuckers. So if you're a 60s neck guy and you've always wanted one of these things but couldn't jive with the neck profile, mini humbuckers fit in the same route as P90s. So you're going to be able to have one of these guys but with your preferred neck profile. And looking at our listing, $24.99, they told us it was a pre-order. That's pretty much going to be the price, I would guess. Because if you look back here, the brand new price of these guys was $2,379, so that doesn't match up. So I think that is new updated information. I'm a little bit sad with that because I always view Les Paul Deluxes as, you know, slightly inferior, not quite as desirable as a full-on standard. But then again, it just depends what you're going for. And at the end of the day, I mean, it's pretty much just this with a thinner neck profile. But what colors do you think we're gonna get? I think it's pretty safe to say we'll get a gold top, the other iconic colors of the 70s. You know, like a cherry sunburst, I could see that happening. It's not much different from what we get on the 50s, 60s standards. But it looks like in the 70s, you can also find like red ones. You could occasionally find like a tobacco-like color. There were some naturals. I would love to see like a cream white color one and like a rare black one. Occasionally you'll find like a mocha brown color. But it would be awesome if Gibson did a limited edition run of the Sparkle Top Deluxes. I know Guitar Center did the modernized custom shop version, but you know, just a standard run-of-the-mill. The only thing different is that sparkly top. Make like 200 of each of them so they become instant collector's items. Bring back Rocket Red Sparkle. Bring back Basalt Blue. Do the green and do the gold sparkle. That would make me really excited, because I think at the same time you'd be making the originals worth even more because, you know, increased awareness of that particular one. I think they can have a lot of fun with limited edition colors from time to time with the Deluxe. Because to be honest, regular Deluxes, they really don't excite me that much, but the limited finishes of the 70s and 80s really do get me interested. Just like you can find quilty and flame tops in like the early 80s before they discontinued them around 85. But do you guys think they're gonna go as far as a pancake body on these? I doubt it. I really doubt it. Just like I doubt we'll actually get the maple neck variety. I'm sure they'll go for the mahogany, but it would make me very happy if they at least had the option. You know, maybe one year they do mahogany, then the next year maple, you know, just alternate it between the years or just do a half and half run. If I had to put money down on a bet, I would guess that they'll look pretty much just like this. It'll be like the regular 50s, 60s standards, except for we'll have the thinner 70s neck profile. They'll probably do the mahogany neck. You'll just have the updated serial number on these guys. I'm not sure what kind of tuners they'll give it. Probably go with the Clusons, but still make them the modern style since it's just 70s in spec, not necessarily a 100% 70s reissue. But just having a solid body, mini humbuckered guitar available on the market, likely a 2-piece top. Ooh, that's something interesting. Do you think they'll go as far as doing 3-piece tops? Because a 2-piece top Deluxe is kind of uncommon. The 3-piece tops, they're not necessarily popular nowadays. People don't really like the pancake bodies because they're scared that they're going to come apart. I would personally be really happy if they brought back the larger headstock style, but I really don't see that happening either, just because it would look so goofy as compared to everything else. So I could see why they wouldn't do those specs. But that's the great thing about this, catching it before it even comes out. You guys can leave your thoughts down in the comments section, and maybe someone at Gibson will go, you know, maybe that is a good idea. Halt production, everybody. Let's retool everything and do this. So, color options, spec options. Let me know what you guys would want to see, because I am really excited for this almost 100% certainly happening, if we can believe Chuck Levins at Washington Music Center. Hopefully this doesn't get them in trouble. Alright, troglodytes, thank you for tuning in today. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Share this video with a friend who you think would enjoy it, and we will catch you tomorrow on the next episode. Take care.